mouse who became a tiger. Once, there lived a great sage. The sage was very spiritually evolved, because he had mastered all worldly desires and was deeply religious. Thus, being impartial and free of attachment enabled him to follow his path without disturbance. He lived in the forest, all by himself. People came from the nearby villages and towns to seek his blessings. They believed he had healing powers and could help them lead a better life. One day, the sage decided to make a meditation and penance grove. A grove is a small area covered by trees in a forest. He planted the sacred trees and built a few simple thatched huts. He thought that people could stay and meditate if they wished to. Anyone who was unwell could also stay until they recovered. His followers were delighted to know about this. They donated the raw material to build the huts. Penance means correcting one's faults and mistakes. So, if one felt lost or unhappy, one could go to the penance grove. People were given shelter there and taught how to be happy by the great sage. They gathered knowledge and learnt of a simple way of life. By following what the sage said and did, all the residents of the grove found peace and satisfaction. Living with such a great sage in the heart of nature was wonderful. However, the penance grove had a resident who all his time alone, without any company, the spent hermit. The hermit had lived a comfortable life all his youth. He had lived luxuriously, and all his demands were fulfilled before he could even ask for them. However, he did not have the joy of parental love, for both his parents spent their time fighting and arguing. Thus, the hermit was unhappy and always ill at ease in his youth. He shunned company and could not bear to hear anyone shout or talk loudly. He came across the great sage when he was looking for a remedy to such a painful life. He learned from the great sage and applied his teachings. The great sage's knowledge influenced him. He then decided to spend the rest of his life as a hermit, a person who lives alone. Since then, he lived alone, but helped others as much as he could, finally finding where his happiness lay. One such day, the hermit went to the riverside to perform his routine religious rituals. He showed his gratitude to nature and the universe for his life, in the same way each morning. However, the moment he closed his eyes and bowed his head in prayer, a soft splash sound was heard. The hermit opened his eyes. He saw a mouse struggling in the deep waters of the river. A few feet above, a crow could be seen flying and screeching sadly because it had dropped its prey, the mouse. The compassionate hermit wasted no time and dived into the river. Soon, he saved the mouse from drowning. He brought him home and put him safely away far from the deadly crow and the river. The hermit wanted to keep the mouse safe, for he represented life, and each life was precious. Therefore, he kept the mouse in his house. He fed the mouse with grains of wild rice, gave him water, and made a soft bed of straw for him. In such care and comfort, he soon blossomed into a healthy, rather fat, mouse. One day, the mouse visited the river as he was thirsty. As he was drinking, a cat saw him. She was immediately tempted, for every creature wants wholesome and delicious food. However, the fortunate mouse saw the cat's reflection in the water. He ran with all his might and did not stop until he was safe in the hermit's lap. However, after comforting the scared mouse, the kind-hearted hermit said, "Save yourself, O mouse, for you are his miracle. You shall now be a cat." At once, the mouse became a cat, clever and beautiful, with sharp claws. The mouse was very happy being a cat, as he was no more a weak, helpless creature who had to hide and run. Peaceful days passed by the hermit and his cat. The hermit would feed his cat every day before leaving for his rituals and meditation. Then, the cat would take a walk around the grove. On one such day, a great dog spotted the cat and at once prepared to pounce on it. The cat's sharp ears heard the dog approaching by the sound of his heavy breathing. Soon, the soft sounds turned into frightening, loud barks as the dog pounced. The cat sprang away, screaming, and ran straight towards the hermit for protection. The hermit was not pleased when his meditation was disturbed by loud yells. When he saw his terrified cat, his heart melted at his helplessness. He said, "Save yourself, O pitiful creature, for you have the right to move freely, free from fear. Be a dog now." Soon, the cat turned into a large and powerful dog. Once again, the grove was peaceful. The hermit and the dog lived happily. The dog moved about fearlessly. He was no longer a fearful cat who had to be confined to be safe. One day, the dog confidently entered the forest to hunt. As he was creeping along the trees, sniffing for something to hunt or eat, he met a ferocious tiger. The dog had never seen a creature larger and stronger than himself, and was naturally frightened. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him. He ran towards the hermit's hut, with the tiger after him. Soon, the tiger almost caught up with him. However, the hermit appeared in the forest at this moment. The tiger saw him and became gentle, as it is said that even the most ferocious beast is tame at the sight of pure goodness. The dog was, thus, saved by his master. You should be free to find your prey, as it is your right. "Oh, innocent creation, you shall be a tiger," chanted the kind hermit. Thus, the dog became a tiger now. This time, peace did not last. For the hermit, no matter what shape he gave the mouse, he remained a mouse in his eyes. The tiger was treated the same way. Now, the grand tiger felt he should be better respected, as he was a grand and royal beast. As he walked down a path, no creature would fear him. They would whisper to each other, "Look! There goes the mouse who was turned into a tiger by the mighty hermit." This troubled the tiger greatly, for he knew that everyone trembled at seeing or even thinking about other tigers. Therefore, the tiger thought, "No one will respect my royal existence as long as the hermit lives. I must kill him to gain my true position." However, the mighty hermit heard the tiger's thoughts and realized what he was thinking and planning. At once, he said, "Be a mouse again, all unworthy wretch." Now, the mouse found himself back from where he had begun his life. He was scared of the hermit and so ran away to the forest.